All right. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening.
Good evening. All right. We always have to get the picture and audio out of the way. So if someone could send a quick comment just to say that you can see us okay and you can hear us okay.
If you can hear French,
Oh, yeah. Or if you can hear Prince.
hear and see you.
All right. So let's see if we can. Jim R is here. All right. Excellent. So you might hear Prince in the background barking at the workers. It's 8 a.m. here in the Philippines, and the guys are, heading to work, and a lot of them walk by our property uh, to the house next door being built. And Prince doesn't like anybody walking out in front of the gate.
No, he's
So,
out there
so I
now.
can hear him out there barking at the guys. He's basically just saying, "Don't come on the property." Okay. Hey, my son is on. Okay. Hey, AJ and JJ. Hi guys.
Hello.
How you guys doing? Hey, you guys got some snow.
They're playing with the snow.
Yeah, I saw the video you sent of the boys playing in the snow. That's a mean sounding Doberan. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to so fast. How many people? 22?
22.
We
Yeah.
have 22 people already on.
Yeah.
So
You need to go up.
let me go back up. A
Yeah.
lot of comments got hidden. So let's start with our first comment. Hello from Finland.
Wow.
Ah, very
Finland.
nice. You know, it's very surprising. We've been getting a lot of people from Europe.
Europe, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people lately, especially after the article. Ray's going to be our neighbor
Our neighbor, yeah.
right here in the subdivision. Oh, you got the AM versus PM messed up. Yeah. It's kind of hard to always remember that, right? Because most of the year it's 12 hours difference
Yeah.
between East Coast United States, where my family is, and here in the Philippines. But then when they change the clocks, it goes to 13 hours.
13-hour behind.
So East Coast of the US right now is just a little after 7 p.m. But part of the year it's 8 p.m.
Yeah.
where it's 8 a.m. here. And I don't know how the picture is. We got the sun coming through the glass pretty strong right now into our face. So as the sun rises, it'll be better. Hey guys, hi Dawn. My sister Dawn is on. Very nice. And my other sister's on. Hear and see you. Very good. I'm always worried about making sure that the sound and the picture works because we've had a couple issues,
Yes, we did.
but I think we got it under control now. And Ray says all good. Very nice. And same thing with Abe. Says see and hear you. So all right, so that's good. The audio visual part of the live stream is over. You guys can see us and hear us. So that's good. So happy New Year to everyone. And we have not done a live stream
In a while.
in a long, long
Yes.
time. So I think it's been about 4 months. So actually, Wilma has said a couple of times over the last month, "Hey, why don't we do a live stream?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's surprising." Coming from Wilma. You look and sound great. All right, very good. All confirm. And then hi Prince. He's out and about for sure. He'll settle down here in a minute. He's barking because it's 8 a.m. and the guys are walking here in front of the house. He doesn't like anybody walking in front of the gate for sure. Yeah, Wolf. All right. Hi from Canada.
Hello.
Canada is our number two country for the amount of people who watch us. Number one is the US, number two is Canada. A lot of people from Canada watch and comment on our channel. And Beth says, hello from North Carolina. Very nice. And how many people? 36 people on?
36,
That's
yeah.
not bad at 5 minutes, 36 people. So
Yeah.
thank you for joining. Philip says, Happy New Year, Greg and Wilma. What do you hope to accomplish this year? Not much, right? We've been so busy with this and that. This is the year of, we have a list of projects and we talk about it on our channel from time to time. And we've switched up the list a little bit. We're going to do some tile work. We're going to do some gutters. We have to do a little concrete pad in front of the Kubo. But we're going to keep it simple this year. We're going to just knock out projects a little at a time. I'm sure things will pop up. I want to do a little work on my truck, little 3-inch lift with some bigger tires. So there's a few projects that we do want to get through, but we really want to take this year and just relax and do a little bit of traveling with Prince. So we're working all that out. So stay on this island and just really enjoy the house, enjoy friends. We're trying to be more social because it's difficult when you're building a house and then even when we first moved in the house, we had so many little things to do.
Yeah.
We like to entertain, and we do entertain quite a bit, at least once a week. But we want to start having a little larger gatherings. We've been keeping the gatherings down to about 2 to 4 couples. So we want to do more of that, and just continue to grow the channel
Yeah.
and sleep in once in a while. Good question. So Mick says, my own boontog. So that's good morning, Wilma and Greg. Hope all is well. Amping means take care. So thanks, Mick. Thanks for joining. Wow. So Hudson Valley got a foot of snow. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of snow at once.
Yeah.
Usually 6 to 8 inches, no big deal. Roads are clear. You can get through. Even if they don't plow, you can get through. But a foot of snow, that's a game changer. So definitely, we do not miss the snow.
No.
We were watching the news last night from New York City, and they were talking about the snow, and then they were up in northern New Jersey, and then they showed the Hudson Valley of New York, and it was coming down pretty good. And they were saying that there's been like 700 days since New York City got any significant snow, and I'm like, wow. When I was working uh, in New York, we were getting snow left and right, and then I leave the
Yeah.
country and it doesn't snow anymore.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we left. All right. February in Cebu. Oh, it sounds like you're going to be visiting. Very, very, very nice. It's funny because we'll go two days and Prince will not bark at all,
Yeah.
and now he's barking like crazy. He's usually very quiet, so maybe there's somebody that's walking back and
I
forth.
hear like somebody talking.
So yeah, I heard
Yeah.
somebody talking
Yeah.
too. Yeah. All right. Wilma's shirt is bricks for some reason. Oh yeah, look at that. Why is that? Maybe because it's green and it's a green screen. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because Wilma has a green shirt on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's got to be a setting somewhere. My shirt looks normal, but yeah, her shirt looks like a bunch of bricks. It's a new fashion statement.
Yeah.
We're going to start building homes here instead of concrete blocks. We're going to use bricks. All right. Von Doromal says, love building the Philippines title. Yeah, I mean, we picked that, and longtime subscribers will know. There's a TV show on HBO, which I don't know if that's all over the world or not, or just in the US, called Building the Browns. And it's an NFL show about many years ago. The Browns never won a game. I mean, they would go like every season, like 1 win, 2 wins, just the worst team in NFL, National Football League. and they started this rebuilding, uh, you know, program of, we're going to basically change management, change our culture, and we're going to start being a winning team. And they're in the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
So
they're doing
obviously
good.
their thought process worked. So we went from building the Browns to building the Philippines. Because when we first started our channel, people were saying, "Hey, you named your channel wrong. It should be building in the Philippines," which is proper English. But then I had to explain to everybody, why we did building the Philippines was after that TV show. Thank you for that, for pointing that out. Gene Scott, hello from Virginia. Very nice. Is Wilma's shirt green? There's some green stuff going on with her shirt. It does look like bricks.
Yeah, it's green.
It's definitely a green shirt. It's a very, very, so maybe with the, sometimes they have the green screen,
Yeah.
when they do, certain videos like news and whatnot. It's a green screen. So maybe that has something to do with it. So you guys, don't look at the bricks. My family is near Tanuan. We have to look that up where that is. Not exactly sure where that is. Maybe comment about what is that in Cebu or
Tanuan?
yeah, Tanuan.
I'm not too familiar here because I'm from Leyte.
Yeah, from Leyte. All right, so Maria says, "Good morning from Japan. Hello, how are you?" We just had a gentleman visit our house about maybe 3 or 4 days ago. He lives in Japan and he's getting ready to retire in the Philippines.
I think Maria is his engaged to the
Oh,
gentleman that
could
we
be.
met. I think
Yeah,
they're the one that we met at the cleanup.
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. So yeah, he's going to retire here. He's an American working in Japan for many many years, and then he's going to retire in the Philippines. And actually, he's going to build a house in Darwin. And he found a piece of property, and he was going through the process of making sure that it's that the property is good. All right, here's our friend Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff is another success story. Just recently bought a house here in the area. So congratulations again, Jeff. We'll do some renovations for sure. And he'll be retiring to the Philippines. So welcome. And another longtime viewer, Rory.
Hi, Rory.
Yeah, she's a brick house.
Yeah.
Mighty, mighty. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's something.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that strange? There's got to be a setting now, guys. I'm not that technical. It's pretty
Yeah.
amazing that I can use StreamYard and get through a live stream without any technical difficulties. So I'm not going to mash any buttons and try to change anything. So we're just going to call it a fashion statement. But as she moves, the bricks don't. Is
Yeah.
that
It's right there on the screen. Yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
Mm.
There's a saying about bricks that I can't say. All right, so we have Peter up next, Montreal, Canada. Welcome. And Tom is from Florida. Very nice. Finland last week weather minus 43 Celsius now, a little warmer at minus 24.
Oh, that's too cold for
Oh,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do not miss that. When you're a kid, you like winter and you enjoy it, especially if there's no school.
Mm.
But as an adult, I just liked it less and less. And, both Wilma and I, we couldn't stay home when there was any type of storms. In fact, that's when we were needed most.
Yeah.
We were in the, distribution and trucking industry. So, the orders have to go out. So when there was a foot of snow, I had to go to work early and then stay late. Because people would be absent and we would have a hard time getting, the orders out. So didn't matter. I mean, it didn't matter if it was 18 inches of snow and the roads was not plowed. That's why we always had four-wheel drive. We just got up early and went to work. So don't miss driving. Okay, Bob, hello from Central Indiana.
Indiana.
I used to fly in and go to, I used to fly into Indianapolis and go to Plainfield, Indiana. Had a building there. Ah, there's my daughter-in-law, Bianca. Hi,
Hi,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Says,
Hi, Chris.
hey, Greg and Wilma. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm going to say this wrong. Hey, Hagen,
Hagen.
Hagen Transport. Happy New Year from Wisconsin. Great house. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Bianca is in Florida. Very, very nice. Love the pictures I seen. Chris did a nice detail on his car. Very nice, nice and
Yeah.
shiny. He definitely got that from me, keeping nice layers of wax on the car. Becoming a Filipina traveler. Good morning, Ati and
Ate
Greg
Wilma.
from Hans and April.
Hello,
Hans.
yes.
Yeah, Hans. Yeah, Hans is a friend of ours. He was trying to goat me into betting on the Jets. I didn't bite. Hans is from New Jersey,
And he's coming back here with his son.
coming back soon, and they're building a house probably about, as the crow flies, 4 or 5 miles from here, but
Valencia.
actually in Valencia,
Yeah.
about 30 minutes a drive, but it's like 4 or 5 miles right over the mountain. It's going to be a beautiful home. Joseph, the older I get, the more I dislike the snow. 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. And it just seems like the real cold weather, no matter how many clothes you have on, it just bites through your clothes.
Yeah.
It's just difficult, and you can't enjoy yourself. I mean, it's nice to see. It's nice to see the trees covered with snow, but you always have to clear your property and shovel, which is not necessarily fantastic. And it's, your vehicles are dirty, and that's just, I'm glad that's over with. Okay, Von Doromal. Let me click on that. Building the Philippines is a perfect title. I may use it. I'll reach out to you guys if I ever do. Sure, just a, a little nominal monthly fee for borrowing the name. Not a problem. Ah, Justin's on. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Howdy. So Justin is Justin Carmack of the Critter Hunter. Has a dive shop in Sierra Resort.
Critter Republic.
Critter Republic.
Yes.
Yes. Home of the Critter Republic. And Justin is the one who got Wilma and I open water certified.
Yeah.
And we're going to be down there at 12 today, 12 noon.
For lunch, yeah.
Yeah, down for lunch. I did comment, I sent a message to Justin yesterday
Oh, okay,
that we were
that's
going to
good.
be down 12 noon. We have another meet and greet with a subscriber, and we'll be down for lunch today. And we just did our first 2024 Down cleanup.
Yeah.
Critter Hunter, Justin is the one who heads that up and works out really well. So my son says, Packer versus Cowboys, week one of the playoff.
Boy.
Wow, yeah, we've been really watching all the highlights,
The
but
highlights.
I'm not really keen on who's playing who in the playoffs yet. Wow. I mean, I'm gonna have to say Cowboys just because they had such a good year. But you just don't know. I mean, it's going to be home in Dallas. So sorry, I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys in that, but you never know. Can't think of the name of the new quarterback for the Packers. He's doing really well. Hey, Rory, good idea. Hit the like button. It doesn't
Yes.
show on here though, right? When you do StreamYard, it doesn't show how many likes.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many likes we got. If somebody wants to comment, we'll go from there. Ray says, "Are those ground zero bricks?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about ground zero and Dumaguete.
Yeah.
But we don't go there no more.
We haven't been there.
We haven't been there in a long, long time.
Yeah. Long time.
Long, long time. Ah, Ken and Lynn's on.
Hello.
Good morning, guys. Ken and Lynn have their own YouTube channel named Ken and Lynn in the Philippines, so check it out. And they came up for a visit.
Yes.
We would see them a few times in the mall. It seems like whenever we would go shopping at Robinson, they were there. And we invited them up for lunch, and we had a few other couples, and it was a nice day. Okay, let me read this comment. FN Rich. I've been talking to real estate agents also looking for a good contractor. I'll be in Manila in 5 weeks, also traveling to Palawan. I'm excited looking to get into developing Laguna region. Very nice. Just take it slow. Be careful. Definitely, be careful what the real estate agents tell you, because without question, again, there's good and bad in everything, but often real estate agents will tell you exactly what you want to hear, and it's not tied to the truth in a lot of instances. So make sure you have a real good attorney, and don't turn over any money until you're 100% sure that everything's on the up and up. Near Tacloban Airport. Oh, okay. Tenuan. Yeah, so that's in Leyte. We flew
Yeah.
into Tacloban Airport many times.
Okay.
So that might be out by Carragera. It might be out that way. We look for
Tarangara is more closer to the.
it's west of Tacloban.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure where Tanuan is, but if you're near the airport, yeah, we know exactly where the airport is. That's out where MacArthur Park is. So it says about 15 kilometers away.
Oh.
So don't know if it's south or west. Can't go east because that's the ocean. So very nice. So you're not far away, just 2 islands away. So Ray says that his wife says she'll miss the snow. My opinion is save it for the Norman Rockwell pictures. There you go. Yeah, just get a few nice Norman Rockwells and put them up on your wall, and maybe take some videos and save them for a nice sunny day here in the Philippines. So Kenlyn says, "How are you guys?" We're doing really well.
Good.
Doing really well. We enjoyed the holidays. We kept it very low key.
Yeah.
Just basically, we had friends come up for Christmas Eve, and then we went to friend's house for Christmas Day for dinner, and then New Year's Eve we stayed home,
You stayed home.
and then New Year's Day we went to another friend's house for dinner. So just basically just spending time with friends. And that's one thing that's very, very true here. We've made more friends here in the Philippines than I ever did in the U.S. And I think that's because we have so much in common. It's typically a Filipina with a foreigner of all different countries, which is very interesting, having those conversations of how their life. I just don't want to have a bunch of American friends. I love having friends from all over the world, and you get to learn different cultures and different ideas and different ways of thinking, and it's really good. It's very diverse, and that's a good thing. And we just have a lot in common.
Yeah.
A lot in common. We're just here to relax and have a good time. Kent, hi Wilma and Greg. Soon it's a year since we've met at your place. Oh yeah, yeah. I will fly in the last January from just now, a very cold Oslo. Wow. That's Norway, right? Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They have property, if my memory serves me properly, you have property just over into Cebu, not too far from here, if I remember right. John is free. Good morning. Any good lots left in your area? There's plenty of land in the Darwin area, not in our subdivision. That got bought up very, very quick. But there's plenty of land in Darwin. But it's getting a little harder.
Yeah, just below us, there's that.
There's still some
There's
lots.
two big sign that lot for sale, but
Yeah.
they want dollar price for
They
it.
really raising the price, guys. A bit, almost double what we paid. Double.
Yeah, dollar.
Just in just a year time, almost double, and that's amazing. And there's people coming here paying for it, so we feel very, very happy. And it was strategic. That wasn't luck on our part. It was very, very, very strategic. And I think that we did the right thing. Go ahead and shut that door. I think he hears my voice.
Yeah. I think he just
I
wanted
think that's what it
attention.
is. When Wilma stood up, I could see the bricks. Yeah, I think he's hearing my voice. He wants to come in. He wants to come in and enjoy the aircon. We never turn the aircon on, but now that we have Prince, we turn on the aircon all the time because he tells me he wants aircon. Yes, Jordan Love. That's it. That's right, Greg. Yeah, I forgot. I tell you, I didn't think he was going to do that well because I watched him a few times. Go ahead, shut that as well. Yeah, he's real jealous with hearing my voice. He just jumped up on our screens, so that's a no-no. So open up the screens 100% and then shut the glass. But we'll probably get maybe a little more of an echo. Here on StreamYard, there is a button to press for echo cancellation, and I did that. So maybe it'll even get better because I heard the cement mixer. Maybe you heard that in the background on our neighbor's house. So hopefully you won't hear the cement mixer anymore. It'll get better. Three likes so far. Yep, smash the like button. Okay, so Vaughn says that we have 3 likes. So yeah, we got to do better than that. So yeah, hit the like button. Michelle says, "Hi, Wilma and Greg. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Hello, Greg and Wilma. Kyle and Connie from Ontario, Canada. We watch your vlogs every day. Thank you. And we have no snow here yet where we are. Oh, you guys are lucky. Your turn will come, I'm sure, up in Ontario. But that's good news. No snow yet. Is there anything you really miss about the U.S.? Absolutely. Family's number one. I mean, that goes without saying. But food,
Steak.
yeah, I was going to say steak. Food for sure. Steaks are very hard to find. However, there's a restaurant here in Dowen called Atlantis, and it's our go-to place. And they have a steak there, and it's only 1,000 pesos, actually less, about 900 pesos. That's about $17 for a steak. And we went there 2 nights ago,
Yes.
maybe 3 nights
Yeah,
ago.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, and we ordered the steak, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was so much better than we
Tender.
ever had there. It was so tender, cooked perfectly, and we kept saying, "Wow, this tastes like any great steak that you would have in the U.S." So food for sure, and the frustrating part, finding ingredients is very, very hard. So when you move here, you're going to have that challenge. Like Wilma likes to make lasagna for me. It doesn't taste like lasagna in the U.S. It just doesn't because the ingredients are not the same. You do your best. And then when you try to find the ingredients, if you can find it, sometimes the price.
Too much.
I think we said for a big pan of lasagna, the ricotta itself would have been $60
Yeah.
just for the ricotta. That's how high the price was. So I'm not going to spend $60 on ricotta
No.
for one lasagna. Just not going to do that. So then you do something else, and then it doesn't come out the same. So yeah, definitely family and the food for sure. South of the airport. Okay, so then you're down by MacArthur Park because if you go down,
Mm.
yeah. So we know that area. We've been all through. I've been to MacArthur Park maybe 3 or 4 times. Steve M. Want to say thank you so much for all the great information that you have provided. I have a youngish family that we live in BGC, previously Cebu, back in Cebu, where our condo is done. Very nice. Yeah, we want to go to BGC. You know, that's in Manila. That's a real high-end area. What I mean high-end, you know, you got like Lamborghini and Mercedes and dealerships. I mean, really high-end Filipino, very expensive area. And we want to go there just to see it and see some nice restaurants. Kennelan says, thank you guys. Hey, we got to team up, come up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk through Messenger and have you guys come visit.
I'm swimming.
Yeah, let's go swimming again. If I remember right, Lynn swam all the way to the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
Because typically Filipinas, and again, it's not true for everyone, because Wilma swims like a fish, are a little afraid of swimming, and when they go in a pool, they stay in the shallow end because they want to be able to stand in the water. But Lynn, she went across
Yeah.
all the way to the deep end, and I was very impressed. That's nice seeing us too, just going to friends and dinner. Yeah, we kept it low key the holidays. So Johnny Martinez says, hi, guys. 2 years after retirement permanently, me and Phil, wife, love your channel. Can't wait for the next coming vlogs. Yeah, I mean, the way we're doing the channel this year, and that's a great setup, Johnny, is, last video I did, I said that our channel is kind of going to like a three-legged stool. It's going to be our normal Building the Philippines videos, where we're going to be just showing everyday life and our projects and things like that. And then we're doing videos on I'm a 10 percenter, which is people that come over here, committed relationships, and they want to settle down and either build a house or buy a house and really commit to the area. And then we're doing our Philippine journey as another playlist, which we really started at because you guys asked for it. Quite a few of you said, because we have so many new subscribers. We get all the way back to when we first had the idea of moving to the Philippines and just doing a series of videos talking about our journey. We're surprised that we get a lot of people that are watching those videos. And the comments are, wow, that's exactly what we're in the middle of. We're right where you are. That last video you did, that's exactly at the point where we are in the process. So we're already here, and a lot of you are about to come, and some of you are in the very beginning stages. Some of you are packing now, selling your house, various stages. And it's nice that you guys hear our story and how it couples with yours. And that's why there's so much synergy here with meeting people, and we make so many friends because we're very like-minded in a lot of ways. The 10 percenters. That needs to go on a T-shirt. So Michelle says, Wilma and Greg, you mentioned that you'll have a meet and greet. When is that? We'll be visiting Philippines soon. Well, we haven't had a meet and greet for the masses. We haven't done that. And maybe we need to talk about that. Usually it's just singular. We're a small channel. We have 9,500 subscribers, so a pretty small channel. And I don't think we have enough of a base to have a meet and greet where multiple people would come. So what we normally do is, once we communicate back and forth, and they're in the area, we usually go to Sierra Resort for lunch or come up here and visit the home. So it's usually just a singular, couple to couple, because a lot of you like to ask questions just because we were successful. I mean, it's just true. There's so many pitfalls. And I've had a lot of people say, Greg, you got to talk about the pitfalls more. And I've had multiple foreigners say that visited as well as comments. Because if you watch our channel, we marched through our build, right from buying the property, getting it titled in 7 months. I mean, we had so many people say it's going to take you 5 years to get that title. It'll never happen, Greg. It'll take you 5 years. And we had our title in 7 months. 100% of the people said, you'll never build in 6 months. Absolutely impossible in the Philippines to build a house. We built the fence, pool, and house in 6 months, 6 months, 4 days. So it can happen, but people want us to do more and more videos of the pitfalls, the challenges out there. And we'll do that because a lot of people come to us to visit and they tell us their horror stories.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty amazing. A lot of you that, maybe don't know anything about building in the Philippines or never visited the Philippines, I put a number on it, and this is scary. 8 out of 10 of you that are going to build a home here are going to have a problem. 8 out of 10. Some of them are relatively minor and you'll get through it. Some of them are catastrophic. And when I say catastrophic, you'll lose lots of money. And it's 8 out of 10. So I guess I'm saying is, if you're going to build a home here, are you going to be in the 2 out of 10? Are you going to be in that minority? Or are you going to be in 8 out of 10? Chances are you're going to have a challenge. And that's either with the property itself, getting it titled. We just heard it. I mean, I got so many stories, guys. I mean, I could write a book with all the stories. We just heard one where there was 2 properties in the subdivision and they got the paperwork wrong, and the guy built his house on his neighbor's property. And then the neighbor built his house on his property. So you own the house, but you don't own the property. So now you got to basically go to your neighbor and say, I want your property in my name, and I'll give you my property in your name. Well, but if the size is not the right, or the view is different, or, one property has no drainage issues and the other property, has drainage issues. Can you imagine? How could it be possible to build a house, not even on your property? So there's so many stories out there, and we'll get to them at some point. We try to keep our channel positive, but we also got to make sure we paint the accurate picture at the same time. So Rory says beach cleanup is great event. Hope it will catch on in the future and have a big impact. We hope so as well. It seems like it's growing every time. We've talked about getting the school children involved. That's really Justin. He has connections with the Dowan municipality. He had permits for this cleanup, in contact with the mayor and things like that. So we do hope it grows, and we'll continue to be involved for sure. You're absolutely right. I'm amazed on how much I've seen the asking price go up since we bought. Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, we were strategic. When we were in the US, we decided to move here early. And part of it was the pandemic, but part of it was extremely strategic, where we said tourism's closed. We kept hearing how a lot of the foreigners during the pandemic went back to their home countries. So there was many less foreigners here. And, all the prime property, unfortunately, or fortunately, the way you look at it, with good views and things like that, are so expensive that, the typical Filipino can't buy it. So either, usually a foreigner will buy it. And we said to ourselves, well, if most of the foreigners went back to their home countries and tourism is closed, when we get there, if we get there at the beginning of it, there'll be no foreigners, because I could come on a Balikbayan visa because I was married to Wilma. So we're going to be in the minority, and we can really, take advantage. And when we started looking at property, I would always ask the owners of the property and say, in the last 12 months, how many people looked at this piece of property? And most of them said zero, nobody. There's no movement in real estate right now. So that was good for us. And when we made our offer here, it was accepted in about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made the
Perfect.
offer and it was accepted in 1 hour. Steve is on, longtime viewer.
Hi, Steve.
Says, hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. Hi, Steve. How are you? All right. So it must have worked, Ray, because we went from 3 likes to 29 likes. We have 50 people on.
50, and then
That's
we have
not bad.
38
I
right
like
now.
50.
38 likes right now.
Oh, you're looking at your phone?
Yeah, I'm
Ah,
looking at my phone.
very smart. 38 likes.
Yeah, we have 50 watching right now.
Okay.
Hit the like button, guys.
Yeah. Why not? Johnny says I'm one of the likes. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. As you know, I'm just south of Montreal. Yes, on the US side, 8+ inches of snow in the last 24 hours here. Yeah, that storm came up the coast and hit the Northeast for sure. In the Hudson Valley, Steve, where my sister is, they got 12 inches of snow, just about an hour north of Manhattan. So you got fared a little better up there. But yeah, winter is finally in New York. Between the airport and Bayonne and Toulouse, Toulouse. That's
Toulouse.
that's where they are, just
Mm.
south of Tacloban. Very nice area there. Very nice area. Mick says, I'll be coming to the Philippines mid-February for 3 weeks, then bringing the missus back to Australia for 3 month holiday. I'll be a 10%er in 6 years, retiring to Balai City, uh, Bukidnon. Yeah, Bukidnon. Very nice. You're going to be a 10%er. Congratulations. So we definitely coined a phrase,
Yeah.
10%er. Started here on building the Philippines. So Beth Parrish says, my son and his Filipino wife just bought land in Siquijor, and they say prices were a lot higher in the Down area. I'm getting excited to visit, but hubby is afraid to fly. Yeah, the Down area is the new hotspot, and we were told that. That was one of the reasons. I mean, we don't necessarily take what people tell us as gospel. We just don't. So when, it's kind of like a used car salesman saying, oh yeah, this model car is fantastic. It's like bulletproof. It never breaks down. When someone says that, you basically just say it's not true. But we were told when we were looking that the Darwin is going to be the new Valencia. Valencia has been the hot spot in this area for years. They talk about how cool it is there. It's about 250 meters above sea level because we went to the market there in Darwin, in that Darwin area, the market in Valencia.
In Valencia.
Sorry, not
Yeah.
Darwin. The market in Valencia was at 250 meters, so definitely it's cooler. But our house is 640 meters. Big difference in temperature here in Darwin up the mountain. And it's true. So we've been here a year now, and this area has just exploded with people wanting to build. And I think it's because of diving. Diving's becoming more and more popular. All the dive shops are right here. I mean, literally, you drive down the mountain. We get from our house to downtown Darwin in 11 minutes, driving our truck or scooter, doesn't
Yeah.
matter, same time, 11 minutes. And you literally have 20 resorts approximately and dive shops. Most of them have dive shops. So a lot of people are attracted to that. And I think it also has a lot to do with Critter Hunter. He's marketing very well and pulling people to this area to learn how to dive. So a lot of people are learning to dive that would not necessarily ever do it. It was always on our bucket list, and we were open water certified with Justin. So I think that has a lot to do with it. This mountain is faced exactly towards the ocean, so a lot of the property here has a real good ocean view, and I think that has attracted a lot of people as well. So I do believe that the Darwin area is the hot spot, and like you said, the prices here are reflecting that. So the market is working. Video tours. Hello, Greg and Wilma. In the process of moving to Central Mindanao, Malay Balai. Guys have really inspired me. I want to pursue the opportunity to build a house there after I get married. Very nice. Yeah, very good. Again, I say it all the time. If you're going to buy property and build a house here, just use caution, be very careful, because 8 out of 10, again, it's not scientific. It's just my guess, my hypothesis, my educated guess. 8 out of 10 are going to have a problem. And I might do a video and take like the top 10 horror stories. That might be a good video. No names. I might change it up a little bit, just so no one's embarrassed. But when I say people lose ready for this? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, not pesos. 100,000 pesos is like $2,000. $100,000 is like 10 million pesos. So, people really
5 million pesos. Yeah.
is 100,000.
100,000. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, 5
Thank you for
million.
that correction.
Yeah.
5 million pesos. So we know people. We know people that have lost $100,000.
It's sad.
And one of them said it basically wiped half my retirement out. I might have to go back to the US and go back to work because of it.
It's just a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. So Kent says, good morning, Greg. Yes, we have a beach property in yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's right across like Bateau or something down that way. I remember that. I remember your visit. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That you visited, many, many months. And you have a real nice view. And I remember you had like a rock drop off that was kind of on the side of a mountain in your property that you would be building next to that rock drop off and get a really nice
Oh,
view.
you remember all that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we have a lot of visit here, and I
Yeah.
can't remember a lot.
I do remember that. Video tours. I would like to also offer you a consultative fee to help me with any advice. No, we don't take money from anybody. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email at buildingthephilippines@gmail.com. I give recommendations, but don't listen to me. I don't want to be responsible because if we do something that works perfectly, and then you do the exact same thing and it's a disaster, I don't want any repercussions on that. So I don't take any consulting fees, and it's very surprising. So many people ask. We just
Yeah.
had a gentleman that we met for lunch, and he wanted to give me money to answer his questions, and I said no. I said
Yeah, we answer all his questions.
we answer
but
we answer the
rest of them-
questions, and I always say, but like he said, like the attorney, I'm like, well, don't just listen to the attorney we use. Go out and talk to a couple more because maybe you'll find a better attorney. So just fire away on email, and I'll do my best. But we don't want any money from anybody. Gene Scott, you can get a good steak at SNR. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no SNR anywhere near here. I
Yeah.
think the nearest one is 5 hours. And it just
Bacolod.
opened in Bacolod.
Bacolod.
It's a 5-hour drive. I heard the road is pretty bumpy to get there, and you have to go up over top of a mountain. And it's 5 hours away. I don't think I want to drive 5 hours for a steak to buy steaks. And I guess we could get a cooler and buy a bunch and have ice and bring it back. I mean, that might be a nice road trip. And there's a Landers right next door to this SNR. And guys, for those of you who don't know, it's like a Costco or a BJ's, Sam's Club.
Yeah.
And they basically have everything that they have, very, very modern food, and you can get good stuff. If there was one here in Dumaguete, I'd be spending a lot of money on steaks. We may do it. I know a friend of ours is going
Yeah.
not too long, and they said, hey, just hop in with us. But I don't know if I can even sit in the passenger seat for 5 hours just to get a steak. Of course, we would buy some more. Hey, here comes a good question. What's your pool temperature? It's been running about 86 during the summer, and it's summer here year round. It dipped as low around, remember when we got that tropical depression and the storm came through, what was that, about a month ago? It got down to 78.
Yeah.
And that felt really cold jumping in. It's running around 82 now, right? About 82.
Yeah.
It's running. So, we're considered the winter months as well. We're in January. It starts getting warm here, like end of February, March. Very typical, like Florida starts getting warm in March, for example, east coast of the US. So we're running about 82 degrees. We were in it the other day, and 2 days ago, we had friends up, and it was just beautiful. 82 is a really nice temperature because when you first jump in, it's refreshing. And then after 5 minutes, it's just great. And then once and our friends have experienced this, because we say it all the time. Once the sun goes over the mountain, the air temperature here gets pretty cool. And when you get out of the pool, it's actually cold. So when you jump in the pool, it feels warm. So that's a great question, Bianca. Tom says, my wife and I are looking forward to our visit, March through July, visiting Tarlac in Luzon, uh, Port-au-Prince in Palawan, and
Yeah.
Iloilo.
That's a nice area.
Very nice. Three very nice areas.
Yeah.
Enjoy your trip and travel safe. Ours is at 70 with solar. It's been very chilly here in Florida this year. Yeah, 70 is cold. I wouldn't enjoy swimming at 70. Now,
No.
remember, I'm used to Philippine weather. When we go down,
We acclimate here now.
and I want to say it again, and I think I haven't said it as much, but maybe I have. Such a big difference between 640 meters of elevation and sea level. When we go down to sea level, like when we went to dinner the other night, or we went to Pura Vida the other night, I did a video on that and I showed about 4-minute video of Pura Vida, which is only just hundreds of yards from Atlantis on the beach. They share the same beach. We sit there and sweat,
Yeah.
literally just sweat. Where, people that live at sea level, they're sitting there and they're fine. We're spoiled up here. It's got to be 10 degrees Fahrenheit difference all the time. 10 degrees. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's hard to believe, but it's true. So we're at 64. Wow, very nice. 64 people
Yeah,
watching.
we were at 72 at one point.
72.
Yeah.
Okay. R. Miller. Hello, guys. My wife and I love your channel. Are both 52, living in Chicago. My wife is from Mindanao. She moved here 10 years ago, the Windy City, right?
Yeah, we see Mindanao from our house.
Yes.
Especially at nighttime, we see the
We
lights.
see the lights.
Yes.
We will likely retire to the Philippines. Very nice. Been to the Windy City many times. Joliet, Bolingbrook, Romeoville, Naperville.
Yeah, that's when you're trouble.
I did a lot of travel. I used to go to those areas. We had several facilities there. We can see Mindanao on a clear day.
So it's like a 40 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
I'm not sure it's 40 miles or 40 kilometers.
40, I know,
I think it's 40
kilometer,
kilometers.
yeah.
Some of you helped us with that. They measured it out. We're about 40 or so kilometers. What is that, like 25 miles from Mindanao? And we at nighttime especially, we can see the lights on the shore.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Rory says, GW, do you know the Philippine Family Franz Rhythm Music on YouTube? Great cover band. I wonder what city they reside. I don't know if the GW, if that's a question for somebody else. Oh, maybe GW's Greg Wilma. Thinking quick, Rory, thinking quick. Philippine Family Franz Rhythm Music on YouTube. No, I'll look that up though. We got to remember that. Philip, do you think it will eventually become too expensive to retire in the Philippines? That's a really great question. I think globally, there's just a lot of inflation right now. I don't care what country you're in, the inflation bug bit every country. Some countries more than others. Is it more expensive here in the Philippines than it was a couple years ago? Yes. But still the cost of living
It's still cheaper
is still
compared
so
to,
much cheaper. So as I'll just try to give you an example. Here's the prices of the US, here's the prices of the Philippines. The Philippines did that, US did that. So it's probably a bigger gap. And again, that's just a guess. Maybe it went up at the same level. But it's a great point because I wanted to make this point. We have a joke with the 10 percenters, and that's not putting anything down on the 90 percenters, right? 90% of the people that come here either come here single, want to retire, just want to have a quiet life or a party life, or they come here,
just want to rent.
They just want to
You know,
rent. They just want to have a
they're
girlfriend,
comfortable with it.
maybe not marry, maybe marry, maybe not, but they just want to rent. They want to be mobile. That's what I call the 90 percenters. So they always talk about it. Anytime they can up and leave the area,
Yeah,
and they either want to party or not. I mean, it just varies. That's the 90%. Our channel focuses on the 10%. So that's why we only have 9,500 subscribers, I would imagine. It's probably because we're
Mhm.
boring. That's number one. But number two is, if you're coming here to party, say Angeles City, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want to come to party, come to party. Um, you're not going to watch our channel. You have no interest in building a house. In fact, so many of the 90 percenters say that I'm crazy. Why would you do that? But I think we're going to see over the next 5 years, and here's a prediction, that a lot of the 90 percenters are going to become 10 percenters. So I'm going to be able to say 15 percenters or 20 percenters. And I'll tell you why. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah,
So many people that we know that have been here in this area. So I'm only going to talk about Negros Oriental. And I'm only going to say the Dumaguete area because that's what we know. So many people that's been here longer than us. We've been here 2 years total, Leiti in here. So let's say 3, 4, 5, up to 10 years here in this area. Would say I'll never buy property, never build a house, never buy a house and renovate it. I would only rent, rent, rent. If I don't like the place I'm in, I'll just move to another rental home and just enjoy my retirement. That is the vast majority of the people that we know. Now there's a percentage of them, and I'm going to say 20% of that group. So 20% of 90. So what's that, 18? So 18 of 90 are now saying, oh, wait a minute, rent was $300.
then,
Now it's $600
yeah,
because of the inflation. 500. You can't get a decent house for less than 500. You really can't. Now
no,
you can get a Filipino type house, but you probably wouldn't be happy with it. You might not have a ceiling and birds can fly in your house. You may have 1 pound of pressure, no hot water, it's just all the above. So to get a decent home, I'll even lower it to 400 if you're lucky, but that's tough. Those days are over. It's more like 500, 600. So I think people are starting to say, well, wait a minute, if I'm going to be here 10 years and I'm going to pay $600 a month, 6 times 12 is 72, times 10 is 72,000. If I'm here 10 years, I'm going to spend 72,000 in rent. I can build a house cheaper than that. We built this house for $60,000. So they're going to spend more in 10 years on rent than to own it. And then they turn around and say they could sell it if they wanted to, and they would get more than 72,000 because again, cost of properties going up. So that's my story. Anybody could shoot holes in that and say that that's not true. But I think that we're going to see over time that a lot of the 90 percenters are going to be 10 percenters.
which we start seeing now.
We're seeing it now. And that can be challenged, guys, as more people come in. Jazz and Kelly, longtime viewers. Wilma, Kelly and I cooked your chicken with spinach dish and it turned out yummy.
Oh, it's good.
Wilma just made it not too long ago.
Yes.
Just not too long ago, we had some people up, and whenever we have foreigners come up, Wilma always tries to do a U.S. Dish, and it was chicken and spinach, and it was
If you
fantastic.
can find the
Cheese,
ingredients.
yeah, if you can find it,
Cheese,
yeah. We found the spinach now. We have our go-to place for spinach, but the cheese is tough to find it. I mean, you can find cheese, but it's really not cheese. It's fake cheese. So to find real cheese is a real
And
challenge.
if you do find the real cheese, is like the price is I can't close my eye.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, because
just-
a lot of times when a woman says,
Yeah.
I can't close my eyes, she says, I'm going to go buy a block of cheese and I'm not going to look at the price. I don't care. And then it's a little block like this and it's $15 for a little tiny block that we
Yeah.
need about 5 blocks.
Mm.
So 15 times 4 is $60. And she goes, do you want me to spend $60 on the cheese I need for the chicken and spinach? I'm like, no, I'll go down to Atlantis
Atlantic and
for
have a steak.
$18 and have a steak
Yeah.
instead of cooking. So Ricky says, hello from Canada. Hi, Rick.
It's, Michelle.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
Michelle. Sorry, Michelle. Says, thank you guys.
Yeah. And Rick,
Vaughn says, building the Philippines can be how we can improve the processes and ways to do rather than just taking it as is. Many who come from overseas have experience in seeing things that works.
yeah.
Very well said, 100%. He also says we can build the Philippines that way. That's, a good point. I've learned that over time, and a lot of you are thinking of coming here. If you think you're gonna come here, let's just say you're a contractor. Let's say you have some really good experience. If you think you're gonna come here and change the way things are happening here, by a lot, you're just not gonna do it. If you think you're gonna come here and, I'm only gonna accept high quality, of everything, you're really gonna be challenged because, the culture here is, it's difficult. Things are gonna get done at their speed. Now, can you
Their way.
influence it? I guess that's a good word. Can you influence it? Yes. Can you change it? No. If you think you're going to raise your voice at a worker, every single person will walk out.
What's
So
that happening?
you'll go from just raising your voice to one worker to 10 workers walking off the job and they'll
Yeah.
never come back. So, again, I think we need to do some videos on that because Wilma and I always laugh. We meet people who come here and say, okay, I'm getting ready to build a house and I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I'm going to demand this, this, and this. And Wilma and I don't respond. But we say that's not going to happen. And then we hear, 6 months later that the person had a real big issue. I'm like, well,
Worker woke up.
yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
So you really have to have some major people skills here and really learn the culture before you open this for sure. And a lot of times, the foreigner should say nothing. Just let your architect or,
Your contractor deal
yeah,
with it.
let others do talking for you. Ray says, I think you guys had good luck, but I think your operational background, like mine, gave you good gut feeling, instincts on direction to take. Back to designing the rooster condos. Laugh out. Yeah. um, there's a lot of truth to that. And, I try to be humble and try to come into every situation, especially business. Business is business. And there's no friends in business at all. In fact, during any type of business transaction. I actually don't even like the person. I can like you after, but I don't like you during. So true. But again, that's a balance. I guess the best way to put it is you need to have tremendous, you used the word gut, very good word. Instincts, I think you have that in there. You have that in there as well. Street smarts, people skills, and the people who don't. I hear it all the time. I hear all different types of things, but I'm going to let my Filipina handle it. Okay, well,
You can't.
you can't have your
Just-
Filipina handle it,
Yeah.
especially if she never been in a Western country and worked for years and
She never built a home before.
she never built a home before.
She never dealt with anybody.
She's never, if she was from here, like you met the Filipina here, and you're telling her, you handle it. Well, she has absolutely no clue.
No experience.
And you're going to lose a ton of money just because you turned it over to someone who has absolutely no business sense whatsoever. And that's not putting her down. She just hasn't had the experience. If she had the experience, I'm sure she'd be fantastic. But you can't, just tell, a maintenance man to do heart surgery. Yeah, just here's the book and, give it your best shot. More than likely, the patient's going to die, right? So, yeah. Good point, Ray. I'm going to do a video on that. Maybe the top 10 horror stories
Yeah.
and have a thumbnail of like some scary thing in the background and the top 10 horror stories. John is free. You're up to 15 likes. You're up to 36 likes. It's growing.
Yeah.
Here's Virginia. Hey guys,
Hello.
12 inches of snow in Middletown. So Virginia, her name is really VG. I coined that name to her. And you're the best returns lady in the company. I used to say that to you all the time. Gloria, she's also from the Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
Hello from snowy Hudson Valley, New York. Yeah, you guys got hit. Enjoy the snow. Hopefully you can get out and go for a walk. And that's nice to go for a walk. Our last year, remember, we were at my sister's house and we got a real big snowstorm. And we still have the video. Wilma and I went for a walk around my sister's property and videoed the snowstorm.
I made a snow angel.
Snow angel.
I disappeared.
Yeah, she disappeared. Yeah, because it was about that much
Yeah.
snow. So she fell and made a snow
So
angel.
that was our last snow
Snowstorm.
storm there.
Jazz and Kelly, Wilma, where is Nanai?
Nanay went back to Leyte.
Yes.
Yes, my brother came and picked her up.
Yeah, she was here 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
She wanted to go back very desperately to Lemonin.
Yeah.
She missed her friends. She missed her all the grandchildren.
Relatives.
She wanted to actually go back before Christmas, right around Thanksgiving. She wanted to go back. And Wilma talked to her and said, "Hey, I want to spend Christmas and New Year's with you." And she was okay with it, but she really wanted to be in Lemonin, Palompon, for Christmas and New Year's. But Wilma convinced her.
Yeah.
And we said, we'll send you back right after New Year's. And that's where she wants to be. I can understand that. She's in her 70s. She has her home. She has all her friends that are literally right across the street and just adjacent. And she missed them and she missed all the grandkids and all that. So, it was a great visit, 4 months. And she went back just a couple days ago, about 4 days ago now.
Yeah.
About 4 days ago, she went back. Wilma Greg, what city are you in? We're in Darwin, Negros Oriental, Philippines. Grand retirement in the Philippines.
Ellen and
Oh,
Sandy.
yeah. Yeah, that's there you go.
That's their new channel, guys.
I thought it was Grant in the Philippines.
The Grant
Okay,
retirement.
so good morning, Di, Wilma, Greg. We're late, just woke up. So that's Ellen and Sandy,
Sandy,
our good friends,
good friends.
live here in Darwin. Visited as a subscriber, and then we became friends right away. And whenever you hear us say we're going out to dinner with friends,
That's them.
99% of the time it's Sandy and
Lizelle
Alan.
and William.
We're Lizelle and William.
Yeah.
And Sandy's from the UK, so he's a Brit. And Ellen lived in the UK for many years.
Over 20 years.
Yeah, and then they got married in the UK, and then now they retired here. So we have similar stories. And they're getting ready to start a YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do a video, on our channel, just kind of introducing them, and then hopefully you guys will definitely take a look at it and consider subscribing. They're going to have a unique channel, I think, because they're not sure if they want to be a 10%er. They're right in the middle of, do I continue renting and enjoy my retirement? Do I buy a home and renovate it? Or do I buy property and build a house? Now, they already bought property, but it could be for investment. That's what they're saying. They may just buy it, hold on to it, and then sell it for profit. Or they'll build on it. So they're in that transitional phase of deciding what to do. That's an interesting perspective and an interesting channel. So hopefully you guys would tune into that. I paid 2,200. This is Norm and Davina. I paid 2,200 per square meter for 1,900 square meters 6 months ago. Now I'm seeing 2,800. 100%. Yeah, and you're dialed in on the price.
Yeah.
That's about the going rate. It continues to climb. So you have equity in your property right away.
Yeah.
So good for you buying the property when it was cheaper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was an example of why Wilma is the CFO of the Maroney family. 100%. She is definitely not only the CEO, but she is the CFO. I'm just a supervisor. Gary Johnson, good morning from Cebu. Just joining now, by the way, it's 5 hours there and 5 hours back to Steak. Yeah, 100%. So Gary's from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a long time viewer. He's
Longtime
a
viewer, and
subscriber.
he's
Yeah.
here in Cebu now visiting.
Yeah.
Very nice.
When you gonna come and visit us, Gary?
Yeah, there you go. You got to take a trip to
Yeah. We see
the
you.
area.
We see your comments all the time, so we feel like we know you forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So VG says, "Where's Sandy?" She's right out front. And how are the puppies? The puppies were long adopted.
Adopted. Yeah.
We really worked hard to get them adopted to the same family because we wanted both of them to be together. And it took us some time, but we found a nice family with a fenced-in yard, and they were adopted a long time ago.
Yeah. Before
Before
we
Prince, yeah.
Prince.
So Prince was what, 3 months, and he's almost 6, so 3 months ago. So about 3 months
Yeah.
ago, the puppies were adopted.
the-
82 is too cold for me. Like the pool water a little warmer. I think 82 is good.
It feels good to
Yeah,
me.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
running 86 there in the summertime, so it'll be curious in March, which is the hottest part, or the hottest month, like March, April, how hot it gets. Rick E, are you on Starlink right now? No. What we're going to consider getting Starlink. However, believe it or not, we're almost at the top of this mountain, 640 meters. And so many people are surprised that we have fiber. They run fiber all the way up here, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's doing good.
It's so good.
We haven't had problem.
It's about 3 times as fast as Starlink, as I compared it, 100 to 300, and it doesn't go down unless there's like a real big storm, and it's cheaper than Starlink. So, and we also signed a year contract, so I would honor the contract anyway. So unless something changes, I'm not going to change. If it starts having a problem and it starts going in and out, then I would just switch over. Hey, Paul, you're 100% right. Inflation is global. 100%. It has bitten everyone. Unfortunate, but true. I don't remember if you have lights under your cabinets in your kitchen.
I just turned it on for you.
Oh, yes, we do. I don't know if you're going to see it because it's so bright, but Wilma just turned on the lights
I changed it
from
to
her
green.
cell phone.
Or
It's thousands of combinations.
yeah.
Candy cane, Christmas, all different colors. It's kind of, oh, you see it blinking? See right there in the corner?
Yeah.
It's blinking. Yeah, so we have under cabinet LEDs. Philip, I would build a house in the Philippines, especially if I meet the right girl and start a family before that, would definitely rent. Yeah, that's exactly right. What you should do is, I always say, if you're thinking about retiring to any country other than your home country, so we're not just talking about the Philippines. You know, the Philippines is attractive for people to retire for a couple of reasons. The weather's fantastic. It has that tropical feel. All the road signs in the country speaks English. I mean, of course, they speak Tagalog, Bisaya, Waray. They speak their home dialects, but English is the national language, really. Well, Tagalog is, but so many people speak English. And, you know, the cost of living is cheap. But you could say that for any country. Um, Visit the country as a vacation first, 30, 60, 90 days. Come visit, and then see if it's for you. And then at that point, if you're going to move here, without question, probably Airbnb it for the first 30 days, and then start looking at rental properties, and then rent. Try to get like a 6 month lease, not a 12 month, and then rent for 6 months. And then after that, you know, you're 7 months in, you really know the area. Maybe you don't like the area, you can move to another area, start over with another 6 month rental, and really take your time and dial it in, and don't get rushed. You know, one thing that we always cringe is when we see people come here and say, I have 1 week in the area and I have to find a piece of property in 7 days. We hear that a lot. And, you know, of course, we don't say anything to the person, but we say, you know, to ourselves, take your time, don't rush, because you want to find, you know, the perfect piece for you and not just settle. So, yeah, that's definitely our advice. And we have also had quite a few foreigners say that we need to talk about that more because there's still people that watch channels like us think it's perfect, um, and sell their homes, sell their cars, sell their belongings, move here, and then hate it for whatever reason. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, I don't like the infrastructure. Whatever the case may be. And then what do you do? I mean, you're going to go back to your home country and start over
Start
again
over.
and buy everything at a, at a retail rate that you already own and sold. So don't do that, guys. Finland time now, 3 a.m. Wow, still up. You need to go to bed. 3 a.m. Time to listen, Greg and Wilma. Yeah,
Yeah, we appreciate.
yeah. Thank you for joining, especially at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have to work tomorrow and you can sleep in. Ronell, yes, we paid to build this house, the house itself, 3.3. 3.3 million pesos. If you do the math at 55 pesos is what we used as the exchange rate, it's $60,000.
So that's just the house.
Just the house, not the
Yeah.
pool, not the fence, not the property.
Not the furnishing and all.
Yeah, and then,
Just the
yeah, it was not the furniture
No.
and not the refrigerator and the stove and the air conditionings, the air cons. Rick E, the problem is rentals is that they are usually crappy and run down and uncomfortable furniture.
Yeah.
100%. We've been in a lot of rentals and 90% of the rentals, because you don't want to ever say 100% because it's not true, but 90% of the rentals are relatively, that's trying to be careful, unlivable, unlivable.
Not for a foreigner.
Yeah, jealousy windows where
Mm.
lizards can just come right on in at any time. Bugs can come in at any time and you can't stop them. Usually no aircon, no water pressure, showers with no hot water, refrigerator that can hold, very few items. Um, Usually tucked away with houses all the way around you on a dirt road. I mean, just go on and on and on and on. And, it's okay for a little while, but if you build your own home, you get to do what you want, build it exactly the way you want, and you can find Western style things here. You're not going to find a rental. Again, 10% you will. 90% of the homes is nothing Western at all. Usually the kitchen is just a piece of concrete that's 6 foot long with a little bit of tile on it with a tiny sink. That's it. That's it. No counter space, things like that. And again, that's just the way the homes are built here. I'm not criticizing. It's just not what a typical foreigner is used to. Can you get used to it? Of course you can. Will you be happy there? You could be. But again, if you're going to pay a premium for that, you want to get what you want. Daniel says, wonderful story. So I don't know if you're referring to the Business Insider. We haven't had a chance to talk about that. So the Business Insider it's really global, but it's based in the United States. It's an online news agency, millions and millions of followers. And they contacted us and said, we want to do a story about your life and how you left, your first world country and moved to the Philippines. So we were very skeptical. I did research. I found the lady on LinkedIn and seen that it wasn't a scam. And then I contacted her and said, yeah, let's do it. So we did some FaceTime just like this. She asked a lot of questions. We sent her a lot of pictures and she did a great story on us. And we picked up over 900 subscribers just from that story. And, we're glad that we did it.
Yeah.
And a lot of other news agencies throughout the world, Germany, Sweden, it was a Spanish version. It goes on from there. A UK online agency picked it up and they converted it to their language. So our story and photos have been broadcasted around the world. And we're very surprised how many people here locally said, we didn't know you had a YouTube channel, but they recognized our picture. And we were walking around the mall. I said it in a video. We had 4 foreigners come up to us and said, hey, you're Greg and Wilma. I just read your story on Business Insider. And I never knew you had a YouTube channel. So a lot of people
Yeah.
watch, a lot of people read
Read.
that online news, Business Insider. Where are we at with time? Hour 20? So we'll try to get through these,
Yeah.
wrap this up. So Ray said, hi, Wilma and Greg, from Pennsylvania, planning to become a 10%er in 5 years. Very nice. That's nice to
Alex.
hear. Alex is on. Hey,
Hi, Alex.
we're going diving soon, and we want you to go out with us.
Yeah, I want Alex.
Yeah, we definitely want Alex to be our
He's the one that
partner, right?
my partner.
Yeah, to make
He
sure
taught me.
that we don't drown.
Yeah.
Then Alex says, thank you so much for helping us to do the clean drive. No problem.
Anytime.
We enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Alex, we saw your daughter there. We said hello.
Yeah.
Alex is a dive master at the Critter Republic. And if you're going to get certified, so if you're in the area and you're going to get open water certified, ask for Alex. Man, very patient, very good, and really helps you underwater to keep you calm while you're learning, because it is, it's something new. You're in a different world when you're in underwater. And highly recommend Alex as a dive master for sure. And make sure you tip him well. Vince, good to hear you guys. First time, my name is Vince. Coming to visit in September this year in Dumaguete and a few other places. Very nice. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that you're coming to visit. Very, very nice. And try to, since you're so close to Cebu, hit Cebu. Bohol is another popular destination, especially Panglo Island. Get out and about and see different islands. It just gives you more experience. R. Miller. What were you guys' jobs in the U.S.? By the way, I was one of your first subscribers. Wow, very nice. Thank you. I worked in distribution, retail distribution as a general manager running distribution centers. Then later in my career, I expanded out to running multiple distribution centers. And then I got out of the retail game because I got smart and I got into pharmaceutical distribution, worked for a company from Germany that had its world headquarters in Germany, but it had its North American headquarters in Boston, Mass. And I ran a couple different distribution centers for them. So that's what I did. And you did?
Transportation manager.
For JB Hunt,
JB Hunt.
Salzen, Werner,
Werner.
multiple companies.
Yes.
And the reason for that, and she spent quite a few years with JB Hunt, which is the largest trucking company in the United States.
Also.
Keystone.
Yes.
The funny thing is, she worked for all these different companies as a transportation manager. And then usually you have like a 3 to 5 year contract with a corporation.
Yeah.
And then, as companies normally do, they fire the trucking company, bring in a different trucking company. But every single time, the vice president of distribution said, we're going to go from this company to this company. However, you need to hire Wilma to be the transportation manager of this distribution center. So she would have to resign from her company that she was in good standing from to join a new company and have like another 3-year contract or a 5-year contract.
Usually 5 and 5.
Usually
yes.
5-year contract, yeah. And then 5 years would go by, and then they would basically let go that company because, the grass is always greener, not necessarily true. And then the vice president of distribution said, but you need to hire Wilma as the transportation manager. And a lot of times these big companies have transportation managers at the ready to come into a new, basically, contract. And the VP would say, no, you can bring the person in for a couple months, but Wilma needs to. And it was hard because one time she didn't want to leave, and it was tough.
Yeah.
She wanted to stay, but however, she would have to do a little more traveling. So she liked to stay in the office. So yeah, so transportation manager and GM of distribution operations. Good question. Gary, just got back from spending I'm not sure what that, 6 days in Hong Kong. I'll be in Dumaguete very soon, sometime this month. Oh, very nice. I'll sure look you guys up. Oh, very nice. So you're
Yes.
going to be visiting the area.
That's good.
That's good to hear. I feel like I know the both of you. It's from the beginning, selfie challenge, dog
Yeah.
adoption. Yeah, yeah. I remember your selfie challenge.
Yeah.
Roy says, my own Bootog, Wilma Greg, inspiring retirement plan.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ray.
Right.
Sorry. Yes, Ray.
Jace.
Jay's PH.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We talked about meeting up with Jay. White's t-shirt is a brick wall. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people have.
I don't know. It has
picked-
something to do with that over there.
Yeah, there's a setting somewhere,
We don't want
Jay.
to mess
But
around.
I'm not a technical guy, and it's just pretty amazing that I know how to use StreamYard and know how to have all these, the fancy comments come up on the screen. So I don't want to mess with it. She has on a beautiful
Green.
blouse, beautiful green blouse.
Yeah.
It may be because it's green. I don't
No,
know,
I wear this.
but we don't dare mess with it.
No, not right now.
Thanks, Wilma Greg. I'm a sailor working right now. Chief engineer, very nice. I'm going to the Philippines April 25th. Okay, so this is not the Jay I thought. This is a different Jay. Okay, new to your channel. Thank you, Jay. Connecticut here, and we got snow 6 inches. Very nice. I drove through your state. I can't even tell you how many times from New York to Boston. Drove through your state, Route 84, many, many times. So thanks for being new to the channel. Appreciate it. And yeah, Connecticut, lives in Connecticut. I wasn't sure if the messages were getting across. Thank you. I tuned in late, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, glad you joined. Thank you for joining. We're always, very amazed that, right now we have 68 people watching. Just amazing. Yeah, we're humbled by it. Picture is good and clear. Very good. Does anyone have a link to the insider story? I'll put it on this. I put the link in a couple videos already, but I'll put the link on this once it goes into the mix of the playlist.
Yeah.
And then maybe the next few videos I'll put the link.
That's Donna.
Oh, Donna.
Hi,
Yeah, come
Donna.
on.
It's
Hello, everyone
Bianca's
watching.
mom.
Yes. Hi, Donna. How are you? See how you haven't heard Prince lately? Because the workers must be all, in their areas,
Yeah.
not walking in front of the house. I love it when he barks. Manette is here. Good morning from Charleston. Good morning. Does Wilma have a green shirt on? Yeah, Chris.
Yes. Green.
That's got to be it, right? With the green backdrop, it's throwing it off. She has a
Yeah.
very, very bright green shirt on. Very,
It's like
very-
emerald green.
Yeah, it's like an emerald green.
Yeah.
It's got to be throwing things off, and then StreamYard can't handle the green and just converted it to bricks.
Yeah.
Not sure why. Michael says, "Good morning from Bakang." Ah, very close, not too
Hi,
far away.
Michael.
That's the next town over. And here's our
There's
good
a-
friends,
yeah,
Liesl and
Liesl.
William. Good morning
Yeah.
from Bakang. Another great success story, guys.
Yeah.
Liesl and William
And
retired to the Philippines.
with their daughter Claudia.
Yeah,
Hi,
daughter
Claudia.
And we go out to dinner with them all the time, hang out
Yes.
with them. We've become friends, and just a real nice another success story of people moving here to enjoy themselves. Gregory says she looks good in brick. Wilma looks good in anything. Wilma looks good in anything or nothing, but I shouldn't say that. She just slapped me on my thigh. Ray says, hello again. I'm Ray, wife here in Cebu, but my father born in Leyte. And bye-bye. Yeah, we've been to bye-bye many
yes.
times.
Yeah, they have that horrible landslide there.
Landslide not too long ago. Yeah.
We went there and we see the scene afterward.
Yeah, we took a drive down there.
We looked for property.
We looked at
there
property
also.
and we looked at one home down there.
Yeah.
Very nice area.
Yeah.
And yeah, very nice. Gregory says, yeah, I couldn't resist. But we moved on quickly. I'm sure I'll get in trouble when we hang up. My girlfriend is from San Jose, Antigua, near Iloilo. Okay, that's not really that far
Yeah,
from here.
so you're very close to oh, that's Iloilo. It's Bacolod is where the SNR and
Right, but
landed
Iloilo is right across
across.
to the next province. So it's
Mhm.
Bacolod, then you go across a ferry to get to
Next
Iloilo,
island.
the next island.
Yeah,
So Bacolod and Iloilo is kind of close to each other.
yeah.
We'll get up there at some point.
We had to.
We just really been focusing on the house and really haven't been going anywhere. We haven't even been to Sikihor yet. So, that'll be some of the things that we'll do in 2024.
Yeah, Sikihor, we see right here.
Yeah, we see it every day. We see the night lights. Very nice at night. Vaughn says, new American dream is to make money in the U.S. and live somewhere else. Yeah, there'll be nobody wanting to work in the U.S. at some point. Everybody wants to be, social media influencer. Nobody actually bending over, picking anything up. Gwen says, miss you guys, live shows, and like your talking. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't click on it. There you go. Miss you guys too. R. Miller, is there any lots left in your area? Plenty. Not in this subdivision, but in Dowen itself,
There's plenty.
there's plenty. Always reach out to
Alma,
Alma.
Alma can help you.
Yeah, Alma, Fulco, Fulco, Almonte. She's on Facebook, and we put her name in a lot of our description boxes. She's a trusted source to be able to show you what's available, and then you can do your due diligence by partnering with an attorney and making sure that one, you can even build on it, that you'll be able to transfer the title fairly easily and not have to go through a lot of craziness that I would recommend that you don't do. When you see some of the properties and what people have to go through just to get in their name, it's not worth it. It's worth just moving on to another piece. But some people don't mind, waiting years. So we're going to wrap up this live stream right at 1 hour, 32 minutes. We still have 58 people on. We want to thank you. Happy
you,
New Year,
everyone.
right? Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for joining. Hope you guys enjoy our channel in 2024 as we're branching out into really 3 different avenues. Our normal Building the Philippines. I'm a 10 percenter where I'm going to be interviewing not only the foreigner, but I'm lining up an interview of a Filipina who lived overseas for many, many years and get her perspective. We're also going to be interviewing
Just click
couples.
on
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll be interviewing couples and really trying to, show
Yeah.
different, not just our story, but we want to start telling 10 percenter stories as well. So just a few more. We don't want to leave anybody hanging. So excellent. Okay. Thank you. Happy New Year. How many square meters is your house? 168 or 1,808 square feet. We're building in Dowen. How is the puppy? Puppy's fantastic. Greg is giving us applause. Don't want to leave anybody out.
No.
Hi, Greg and Wilma. You are not boring. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Tell everybody that. We try not to be. Hey, we're just
Good
enjoying
night,
ourselves.
Donna.
Good night, Donna.
Good night,
Thank you for joining.
everybody.
Happy New Year, Vaughn. Tropical Dreaming. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
I think we have 2 more. Jazz and Kelly.
Yeah.
Thanks for the live show. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you. And here is the last comment. Shouldn't your name be Building in the Philippines, not Building the Philippines? If you're building the whole Philippines. I explained that many times. You must have just joined. Actually, I explained it earlier on. Building in the Philippines is proper English, but Building the Philippines, we named our channel after a very, very popular TV show on HBO in the US, Building the Browns.
Yeah.
And how they basically took football team, National Football League, the Cleveland Browns, who are a horrible, horrible team, never won any games, laughing stock of the NFL. And they changed the management, uh, new direction. They came in and changed the culture and went from worst to a very, very competitive, successful franchise.
They're on a playoff.
They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
we are building the Philippines, because we want to come into this country, make an impact, a positive impact, and be very successful. And that's why we're building the Philippines. So we'll end it there,
Yeah,
guys.
see you, Ray, next month.
Take care, guys.